Hi Internet, this is going to be just a quick little update video, if you will. I'm kind of working on some labels right now for my Atari 5200 games, but I wanted to let the people on this channel know that I started a podcast, and it's not actually about game collecting. So, here's a bit of a backstory for you. I've been involved with, for the past year and some change, a Gmod roleplay server called SCPRP. If you don't know anything about SCP, I'll give you a quick rundown of that. So, there's a fictional organization called the SCP Foundation, and they're responsible for containing these anomalies that show up around the world or come from outer space or wherever they come from, and there's thousands of them. And it's the Foundation's job to keep track of these, test on them, study them, destroy them if they can, potentially. And one of the, have you heard of the Weeping Angels from Doctor Who? There's one of the creatures who's like that, where if you don't look at him directly, he'll move and snap your neck. Anyways, that's 173, by the way. They go by their code numbers. Anyways, long story short, I've been playing on Gmod servers for the longest time. A couple of years now, maybe 4 years now. And I've met a ton of awesome people and made a lot of great friends from it. And I was talking with my friends the other day, and we were looking at podcasts relating to SCPs and the whole universe surrounding it. And there were a couple, and one of them we found, I can't remember the name because my friend found it. It was sort of like an in-character podcast. So we thought, why don't we do something like that? So in the game that you play, you take the role of a specific character you want to portray. You can be a scientist, you can be a guard, you could be one of the creatures, one of the SCPs, you could be a doctor, you could be medical, anything. And you basically act like that character. Think Dungeons and Dragons, but in a video game form. You basically have to log in and live that character. So we thought it would be fun to do an in-character podcast about our daily lives at the Foundation, because that's where the game takes place and that's where it happens. So, in the long story short, it's a Dungeons and Dragons style podcast, but it takes place in a fictional video game universe, and we're scientists. Like, me and my friends, we're the scientist aspect of it. We'll eventually have more guests who are like guards and stuff like that, and other members. And we've recorded 2 episodes so far. And honestly, they've been doing really good numbers on YouTube. I think the first episode, we put it up less than a week ago. It already has 250 views. And we were floored by that. We didn't know if it would get any traction at all, but people seem to really like it. And we're having fun with it. So this is just a little side project that I'm working on that we kind of started. And I've been kind of taking the helm and leading it and stuff like that. But I want to share it with you guys in case anyone out there is even vaguely interested in listening to me and my friends talk about stuff. Each episode is only about a half hour, so it's not like it's a huge investment. And right now they're on YouTube. I will link the YouTube channel below. If I remember the URL correctly, it's Site-65 Podcast. It might be showing the pod. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I think it's just Site-65 Podcast. Site-65 being the site designation that the podcast takes place in. And yeah. that's not much really else to say. If you have any interest in it, go check it out. If you want to subscribe to it, subscribe to it. I'm not going to stop doing videos here. I just wanted to let people know on this channel that I am doing another little side project. So, that's it. If you want to check it out, check it out. The link will be down in the description. And if you do check it out, leave feedback. We'd love to hear it. And if this is your introduction to SCPs and the whole foundation and the whole universe behind it, and you don't really know where to start, because it's a huge, there's tons of lore, tons of backstories, tons of everything. If you don't know where to start, consider just going to the SCP wiki and just start reading a couple of the basic SCPs, like anything in the first 1,000 SCPs. There's like 8,000 of them now, but really you can kind of get a sense of the foundation from the first 1,000 SCPs. And then you can kind of branch off from there and learn the backstory. If you're interested in playing the Gmod server with us, I'll have a link to the site where you can get the IP to join. First off, you need Gary's mod, Gmod, and that's on Steam. You could sometimes find it on sale for like $2, but normally I think it's $9.99. You don't need a beast of a PC to run it. It's like a 15-year-old game. Then all you'd have to do is you would either select multiplayer and click on SCP-RP and look for Civil Networks. You want to go to Civil Networks. There's 2 servers, the UK and the US server. I play on the US server because I'm a US guy. And you click Join. Now, the server can only hold 128 people at one time, so there might be times where the server's full and you just can't join. But keep trying, and you'll be introduced to the whole universe. And if you see me in-game, because I use my normal name in-game, say hi. And I'm more than happy to help walk you through things and stuff like that. But, yeah, I'll have all that linked below. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the podcast.